Okay, everybody. So let's do the wonderful lesson. This is a missing lesson because when I did recordings, I jumped from 48 to 50 to Exodus 1. So I need to do 49 so I can get that plugged in there as well. Okay. So, and called Jacob, that would be Israel, unto his sons and said, gather together that I may tell you what shall befall you in these last days, basically. Gather together and hear, open your ears, hear, sons of Jacob, and listen to Israel, your father, that Israel would be Jacob. Reuben, my firstborn, you are my might and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, the excellency of power. So in other words, you are my firstborn child. You are the beginning or starting point of what has strengthened me as a person. And you are the excellency of the dignity in which I have, because I'm dignified that I'm a father of you. And you're the excellency of my power, because most likely my power is in my identity as a father and what I have been able to show you in your life. Uncontrolled as the waters, not you shall excel, because you went up to the bed of your father, then you defiled it. To my couch he went up. So in other words, you are this mighty beginning, my firstborn, and you are the strength, and you are these things. But because you are uncontrolled, and because you have defiled my bed, there will be things you will not excel. You shall excel not. You will not excel. Now, the word excel here is, if I'm saying right, is totar. Totar. And it means to be left over, remain, or remain over. Okay. In this case, it is to have excel or to show excess, meaning you're not going to have enough. Simeon and Levi are brothers. Instruments of violence are their swords. Right? So they're violent. They're violent. They're the ones that lash out a lot. Because there's violence, Hamas. Interestingly enough, in the Islamic culture, we have Hamas. Violence. Hamas. How interesting is that? Like, think about that. Hamas, a real group today that does lots of violence. And what is violence? Hamas. Wow. Okay? Violence, wrong, cruelty, injustice. Okay? Their swords do lots of violence. Their counsel, meaning what they listen to, what they allow themselves to be surrounded by, their influence, not let enter my soul. So I'm not going to let the influence of them enter into my soul. To their assembly, not let be united my honor. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they hamstrung an oxen, an ox, right? So they did much evil things. They unalived somebody. They killed somebody, okay, in their anger. That would be what the Bible says, thou shalt not murder. Cursed be their anger. So their anger is a cursed thing, not a good thing. For it is strong, and their wrath, the actions of the anger, for it is cruel. I will divide them in Jacob, and I will scatter them in Israel. So I will make these brothers fall apart, in other words. Judah, to you shall praise your brothers. You're going to be a praiser of your brothers. It edifies them. I'm going to edify my brothers. Your hand shall be on the neck of your enemies. You're going to be a conqueror. On the enemies shall bow down before you, sons of your fathers. In other words, you're going to be one, Judah, that is risen up and exalted. Okay? Whelp of a lion is Judah. So a lion whimpering is Judah from the prey. My son, you have gone up. He bows down, he lies down as a lion, and as a lion, who shall rouse him? He's a strong lion. He's going to stand firm. Not shall depart the scepter from Judah, nor the staff from between his feet, until that comes Shiloh, and to him shall be the obedience of the people. Binding to the vine his donkey, and to the choice vine the colt of his donkey. He washed in wine his garments, and in the blood of grapes his clothes. Darker his eyes are, the wine, and whiter his teeth than milk. Zebulun, wait, how do I say this? Zebulun, by the shore of the sea shall dwell, and he shall become a haven for ships, and a border shall adjoin Sidon. So Zebulun and his descendants will be boaters, fishermen, boaters, right? Haven people. Issachar is a donkey, strong, lying down between two burdens. And he saw rest was that good, and the land that was pleasant. And he bowed his shoulder to bear a burden, and became a band of slaves. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Shall be Dan a serpent by the way, a viper by the path, that bites the heels of the horse, so that shall fall its rider backwards. For your salvation I have waited, Yahweh, singular. Gad, a troop, shall tramp upon him, but he shall triumph at last. He shall be a successful one. From Asher, rich bread shall be, a breader, and shall yield delicacies royal. So he's going to be a cook, his descendants. Naphtali, a deer set free that bears fawns beautiful. So probably like some sort of nature person. Vine, a fruitful vine, is Joseph. Vine, a fruitful, by a well, his branches run over the wall, and have bitterly grieved him, and shot and hated him, the owners of arrows, but remained in strength. His bow was tempered, the arms of his hands by the hands of the mighty God, Abur of Jacob. From there is the shepherd, Ro'eh. See if I'm saying that. Ro'eh, Ro'eh. The stone of Israel, by the God, Mil, okay, of your father. And who will help you? By the Almighty, who will bless you? With blessings of heaven, above blessings of the deep, that lies beneath blessings of the breasts of the womb. The blessings of your father have excelled upon the blessings of my ancestors, up to the utmost bound of the hills. Everlasting they shall be on the head of Joseph, and on the brow of the prince of his brothers. Benjamin is a wolf ravenous. In the morning he shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoils. All these are the tribes of Israel, 2 and 10, that's 12. And this is what spoke to them, the fathers, and he blessed them, each one according to his blessing, he blessed them. And he charged them and said to them, I am to be gathered to my people. Bury me with my fathers in the cave, my ancestors, in the cave that is in the field of Ephron of Hittite, in the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, which is before the face of Mamre, in the land of Canaan, which bought Abraham with the field of Ephron the Hittite as a possession for a burial place. There they buried Abraham and Sarah, his wife. There they buried Isaac and Rebekah, his wife. There I buried Leah, Rebekah and Leah. Were purchased the field and the cave that is there from the sons of Heth. And when had finished Jacob commanding his sons, then he drew up his feet into the bed, and he breathed his last, and he was gathered to his people. So, ladies and gentlemen, not a whole lot to give you, to be honest with you. Really not. Really not a whole lot to give you in this. I'm just being honest. There's not a whole lot here. Okay? There really isn't. Off the top of my head. At least in this chapter. And that's going to happen sometimes. And I'm okay with it. Okay? But we do have certain blessings being given. And so I do want to connect that. You are a warrior for Christ. And you should be giving blessings upon everybody you see. But the blessings you give, God is going to use in the way that he chooses to use them. Okay? So you might try to bless someone not knowing that they are not of God, not knowing their relationship with God. You might try to bless them in a good way. But the Lord knows their heart, so he's going to go, okay, I'm going to use this to teach them a lesson. And that, to be honest with you, that is basically all I got in this chapter for you. It really is. But I want you guys to take heart. Okay? Keep being fervent. Keep being strong in the Lord. And stay grounded and firm in his word.